Welcome back. 3 generations. This is Spear who are speaking, along with Winning One.
Hey.
And is that someone?
Zap.
Today we're going to be playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 and talk about the dire straits that the last 3 movies put the Star Wars franchise in, and how possibly Mandalorian has stopped the bleeding, so to speak, and put a little heel on it. Alright, Galactic Empire to start. I figure we'll just do the 4-player one, then we'll jump into like Supremacy or something after the fact.
Alright.
But out of the latest trilogy that came out, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Last Skywalker, what was, in your opinion, where the shoe dropped?
The retcon and Rey's backstory to say that.
Oh, wait a minute. You're saying this? You don't even acknowledge the first one? So you're saying the first one was okay?
Yeah, I thought the first one was alright. Like, again,
I disagree.
Well, I thought the message behind Rey's origin is that she was a, street rat. It basically nobody. Her parents were nobodies, and she just became a Jedi. And that whole, the whole symbolism of her character was that you don't have to be anyone special to become someone special. And then they backpedal on the second movie. It's like, oh no, your parents, they were nobodies, but your grandparents, yeah, they were special. Like Big Daddy Palp.
See, yeah, my with it is they never once. You're from the newer generation. Theaters, they never had a reunion. No Luke, no Leia, no Han together with Chewie and R2 and C-3PO. I mean, that's the number one thing. You can ask any longtime Star Wars fan, and they'll tell you what what was the one thing you were most disappointed of? No reunion. I mean, we all get it that they were going to kill Han. I mean, he wanted to die back after he shot Empire Strikes Back. But George made him come back and shoot Part 3, Return of the Jedi. So, most fans had a pretty good idea how it was going to go for him when the new movies came around. But what we at least expected to see was, the 3 of them together again. One last time. And we never got that. I mean, Jesus Christ. They killed them in order of the movies. I mean, they turn around, they wipe out Han in Part 1, and then what do they do? Then they turn around in Part 2, Ryan, and they take out Luke. Not only do they take Luke out, they make Luke like he was some sniveling worm that, basically turned into Vader. I mean, Mark Hamill even stated when he shot the movie that he hated shooting it, that wasn't his Luke Skywalker, that Rian Johnson wanting to go in that direction, he's not a real fan of Star Wars, not in my opinion. He tried to take The Last Jedi, the sequel to Force Awakens, and make it like Empire Strikes Back. I'm sorry, brother. You're never going to do it. Empire is one of the greatest movies of all time. Yours was one of the greatest failures. What do you think? Someone? Tommy?
Yeah. It's a huge rehash of the first film. And it does not do the things it needs to do. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you might want to get back.
Yeah. There's a few odds and ends they could have done to make the Force Awakens better. It's an entertaining movie, but it really could have been and should have been better.
Yeah, that's when it felt, when they didn't have the reunion after Part 1 when they killed Han in Force Awakens, I was already pissed off at that point. I was like, I cannot believe this. And then they doubled down with Luke in Part 2, and the way that Rian Johnson told the story, which is a complete piece of shit. Like, Leia's going to be in the coldest space. And she's so powerful with it, and she gets sucked out of a spaceship. But hey, and blast myself back in. There's no no. Let's not even consider science in this aspect.
Something dark side. Something midichlorian.
Yeah, exactly. That was like what a piece of shit that movie was. I mean, Ryan Johnson, number one, is one of the shittiest directors. Full stop.
I mean,
And the fact that he actually thought that he was going to continue after that, bitch, please.
I guess the mark of a movie in Hollywood is how much it makes. As sad as that sounds.
Sad shit.
Yep.
Indeed.
It really is sad. When the measure of a movie is how much it makes and not how good it is.
Not to mention what Disney paid for it, and then what the finished product was.
They're gonna make
pissed off
5
fans
times back. It's Disney. They always do.
Yeah, but if Jon Favreau hadn't come out with the idea for Mandalorian and enacted it, I mean, the franchise would be completely dead. I mean, there was a huge uproar. I mean, a fucking huge uproar after The Last Skywalker.
We will prevail.
Oh, retreating again. Damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, I didn't watch it for like one simple reason,
Come on.
and that's, they called it The Last Jedi. I'm like, oh, you're going to kill Luke, aren't you?
Yep.
Well, I can't stand that, but I can't stand for that at all, so I didn't even watch it.
Oh, I watched it, and man, I was super duper pissed off. I was super duper fucking pissed off. The balls, the fact that they even just talking about it aggravates me because that it's like they didn't even think about the fans that came before, the ones that have been there the entire time. That I'll put it in perspective. The prequel trilogy, as hated as it was, I appreciate the hell out of it. Everyone was saying how that was a piece of shit with Ewan McGregor and the whiny Darth Vader. I'm forgetting his name.
Ow.
Hayden something or other.
Christensen?
But yeah, everyone known him as bitch Vader. All he would ever do is whine and cry. But I'll take you what. I'll tell you.
No.
I'll take them whiny bitch ass crying movies right now. Any day of the week over the shit that's been fed to us.
Okay. Hold on.
Damn it, I keep spawning them on the fucking enemy.
Well, they're about to capture B and I'm not paying attention.
And we would be remiss without bringing up Book of Boba Fett. I loved it. I mean, I thought it was really cool. I had just a few problems with it, you could say. I mean, if you're going to have something called the Book of Boba Fett, you're going to want Boba Fett in it. Like they had an entire episode on Mandalorian, which is, I guess, trying to give people their fix of Mandalorian before he comes back. I get that, but they had Boba Fett in the episode, but I think they showed him in one scene and he didn't say anything. I mean, if you're gonna have Book of Boba Fett, you gotta have Boba Fett in it. I'm just saying.
The Sarlacc pit has more development.
What did you guys think of Obi-Wan? Have you watched that one yet?
I heard it was pretty bad.
That was no, man. It was a lot better than I actually thought it was going to be. If I'm being pretty honest with you.
I think they screwed up a lot. Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, he's moving up on me.
Oh, I got shot in the back. Kind of a bitch gonna shoot somebody in the back.
The Republic.
Speaking of Republic, Marjorie Taylor Greene is in the news again.
Nice segue.
Thank you. Couple of complaints that she's sparking lately. First one, let's get right to it. She wants a divorce from red states to blue states. If that doesn't make any sense,
I think that's called succession. Or succeed.
Well, she claims she's from a red state as well, but people are on the shoulder and say, "Honey, times have changed." You're a blue state now. So what is she going to do? Is she going to be forced to leave her own state? And how would that even work? I mean, if we're going to get into the logistics of it, let's do that. The red states are among the poorest in the Union. The blue states do very well, and 9 times out of 10 carry poor states like Louisiana, like Mississippi, Arkansas. States like that get carried by blue states. So what are you going to do if we get rid of, you know, if we do your little divorce, Marjorie? Who's going to pay for your bills there, huh? You guys aren't going to have enough money. You've only got a couple of states that are able to make bread, and we're talking about Texas. Let's see, a couple of other red states. Maybe Ohio. That usually goes red. But for you know, most part, they're in trouble. I mean, they wouldn't be able to sustain anything. I mean, their GDP would be garbage.
It depends on whether or not she would declare her own territory as sovereign, or if she would just try and make a third union state, something like that. Because from what I understand, you can technically, from what I think, from what I understand anyway. Yep, and I'm not an expert on this subject, but you can be a sovereign state. It's just a matter of. Up. Yes, I realize. Very. Just a matter that you wouldn't be able to like officially be recognized, because you'd still be, you know, held to U.S. laws if you're on U.S. territory. So I don't really think.
Yeah, not to mention she's also a racist bitch, and nothing would make her happier. You know, if it did become a civil war. I mean, just like the video she posted last week saying that white males are the ones that have it rough now. I mean, come on.
They will
She's
technically be the minority.
Her base. I'm not saying that Republicans are racist, but I am saying that if you're racist and you're looking for a party, you know, Republican the base, they're there for you. But as usual, whatever comes out of her mouth doesn't make any sense. It doesn't hold any water, and there's no way in hell it could be executed. And speaking of idiots and stupid comments, Lauren Boebert in her mouth, talking about COVID restrictions of 2020, talking about how President Biden was praising President Xi of China, and Jamie Raskin from the Democratic Party put her in her place today and let her know, reminded her in 2020 when this happened, your president, your fat orange bastard, Donald Trump, was president. It was he who was praising President Xi, and she can easily look it up, and any of my Republican brothers or sisters that are hearing this and doesn't agree with it, you can very easily look it up as well.
I mean, it does sound like that guy would do. Like, him and the Putin are just gonna build whatever it is that they're going to build on the remnants of humanity. And yes, I did borrow that joke. Thank you, Gil. Was it Gilbert Godfrey? I think it was.
Talk about a clown.
Yeah.
He thought the same thing was going to happen that happened in 2014 when he marched on Crimea, and they didn't do shit. They just let him in. He legitimately to take their entire country. How fucking stupid is Putin? Well, the Republicans have your back. Need I say more?
And now he wants Ukraine for very little reason, and all the more power to Zelensky.
No, he wants Ukraine because the Russian roots are traced back to Kiev. I mean,
yeah, but they don't.
Russia
own
began
them
right out of Kiev.
You have to recognize Ukraine.
But it has a lot more to do with the Soviet Union.
Probably.
Soviet Union came in and took all this stuff
and just
back,
like if they were able to take Ukraine, he'd be going right after Poland.
Country.
What happens if he goes to do that? Poland's protected by NATO.
Yeah,
I mean, he's already bargained that since
they want to rebuild the Soviet Union.
Yeah, he's been wanting to do that since it fell, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, they obviously aren't, but fuck.
If anything, he screwed himself, and he wound up with getting Finland and Sweden to turn around and join NATO. And Finland, Jesus, they share 2,000 miles. Russia. So his little bullshit stunt, it backfired terribly. Bullshit. There hasn't been enough fraud to overturn an election. But what did they do? They went right out there and they had those stupid ass morons like the My Pillow fuck and
Stop the count. Keep counting.
and Rudy Giuliani lying their asses off, saying the election was bullshit when it was the most secure election in history. You know, so Fox News, they have no credibility. None at all. And how crooked are the fucking Republicans? Well, let's see. You got Kevin McCarthy turning around right now, giving 41,000 hours of security video to who else? Tucker Carlson. So he can give you his nice, unbiased opinion on it. Give me a break. They have no credibility at all. So rightfully so, all the other news medias, they get a hold of Kevin McCarthy and say, hey, you make it available to them. They're not even a real news organization. You need to make it available to us.
And no,
Because he
he's
wants to flip
not
the
insecure
narrative.
about his Tiny Johnson.
Yeah, they want to flip the narrative of January 6th, bottom line. That's all they want to try to do, is they want to flip the narrative. You know, they think they have so much power in that tiny Congress right now, and they don't fucking have any. And I'll tell you why. Because anything that they can get passed will just die in the Senate.
Yeah, well,
And if some miracle it gets past the Senate, the president will just fucking veto it. Smartly.
Damn it.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker just launched me to Peru.
Yeah.
Yep. Although, the fourth guy on our team, he got... Well, Luke just cut me down, but that fourth guy on our team was more or less blocking all my shots.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
he's on Mama's stick.
walking in front of us.
Yeah.
Like, let me get in front and do no damage at all and let me pretend that I'm the man. Yeah, this guy sucks. I just killed Reach. Let me get a nice little safe distance here and start peppering Luke's ass.
Yeah, I got
All
him.
these other son bitches.
I get him with the power sheath. Unlimited power.
Unlimited power! Let the hate flow through you.
Oh, she still got it.
Old Palpatine still got it. Never doubted it for a moment.
The rebels have a Wookiee now.
Time to make a
Well, ladies
code.
and gentlemen, we came up with the little Star Wars thing here on the fly. My little brother was talking some mad shit to me, saying that he was going to whoop my ass in wrestling. But
It's like you know
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
this spoiled bastard has the PS5, and I'm still rocking the 4. Nothing wrong with that. 4 is just fine. But they're not compatible games, apparently, as far as system-wise, so he got to stay of execution. Now, next
Yeah.
month,
We'll broadcast
when
that
they
and
do
I'll kick your
release
ass.
2K23, I am going to lay smack it down on a little booty poo bitch. I promise you that.
Sure you will. We'll have to see now, won't we?
No, you ain't going to see. You're going to get a beating delivered to you.
Hey, beating your ass is gonna be the best birthday present I'll ever get.
Oh, I killed Chewbacca.
Good.
Ah, it got me from the other side.
Oh, I went to roll, I accidentally crouched.
Yeah, I'm gonna try Aiden again.
Fuck you,
Been a while
Leia.
since I tried her.
Oh, Lando. Leia, Lando. Name begins in an L, so therefore.
Aiden
Losers.
Versio.
Same person.
Yeah, do you think she's canon? Aiden Versio?
Who?
I mean, she's Disney Star Wars, so she's that.
They have to be.
I mean, didn't they just create her for this game, though?
Yeah, they created a lot of characters for games, but they're supposed to be canon.
I mean, I like her. I don't have any problem with her, it's just, do you think she'll, like, show up in any of the shows or movies?
Who knows?
I doubt it. This
Ask
game
Disney,
wasn't
hey,
that
can you
controversial.
guys figure out a way to fuck this character up?
Hey Disney, can I see the president's head you got in the basement?
Because you're doing so well with all the originals, you know?
I want to see Walt Disney's head. You got it in the basement, don't you?
Where are they hiding?
I'm sure they do. I would love to see it.
There's many things in the basement.
Well, yeah, they got a lot of stuff in that basement.
Oh no. Things that some people would consider unnatural.
Ooh, a little furry fuck.
Things
Oh, shit.
that they would like to forget.
I think we got the furry bastard.
Yeah. So now that we got B secured, they're just switching over to A. I never understood.
Oh shit, that was Yoda. Alright, they got a little fucking furry, that little...
Oh, yeah, I hear him.
Have hope?
Alright, I guess I'm falling after breaking in my points. Alright, I'm Vader.
Yeah, you can, oh man. Lost to one of those guys.
Sector lost. Oh crap.
Yeah, because
Well.
B was like right on the edge.
There we go.
Stay calm.
We must hope
It's
this
fine.
last position or the rebel attack will succeed.
Just need to hold this last position.
Fuck. One of those flying fucks.
He's
now
like
that
panicking and shit.
now that I think about it, actually, have you guys ever read any of the spin-off Star Wars books?
Yes, I've been
part of
reading. That's the
one.
one I told you. The one I've got a bunch of them. I got the Bloodline. I got the new one that came out with Luke Skywalker last year that told the
No,
story
like
of her parents.
the old ones.
Yeah, but they're not canon anymore.
Really?
Oh, fuck
man.
that.
Yeah,
Kathleen Kennedy's a moron.
yep, they're not canon anymore.
Well, fuck whatever Disney says. Everything they've done in Star Wars, with the exception of Mandalorian, has been god-awful.
Thanks.
So as far as I'm concerned, all that stuff is as canon as it was before. And that includes The Force Unleashed. Pisses me off. That one got, like, decanonized.
I don't want to talk about the Force Unleashed. I really don't. That thing's a
first
train
one was
wreck
good.
to the beginning to the end.
The second game was the one that was, it was shit. People just standing there shooting me.
Woo! Well, I'm having a hard time of it, but the honey physics are impeccable. Just slide across the floor. But yeah, now that we're since we're actually talking about it, I actually remembered that I used to read those when I was younger. So I wanted to remember just like where they were in the place. Okay, so for future reference,
Why do we use like regular
guys-
blasters when this little one
like,
does so well?
can I be exempt from broadcasting? I'm having a rough go of it over here.
Wait, this.
You want to?
I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, we can suspend it. Yeah, we can suspend it and put on something else. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. Basically, the whole point of it is the 3 movies that came out sucked. Mandalorian has saved Star Wars. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, most of the Republican Party are fucking morons. That's it for this episode. See you next time.
Stop.
you wouldn't mind